Hello, everyone. Welcome to Little Meatballs Nursery. I'm Sandra. Welcome if you're new here, and thank you for coming back if you are returning. So, guys, it is Tuesday. Okay. I made a video yesterday. I hope you all enjoyed that. Or if you haven't gotten around to it yet, I understand that too, because there's just so many videos to watch and just not enough time in the day. But I did make a longer one yesterday. This one will probably be shorter. I'm thinking. I'm thinking because I talked a lot yesterday. So today is mainly dressing babies. I told you guys in yesterday's video that I would be doing this today. So let's talk about the obvious thing first. My new earrings, they arrived yesterday, and while they are smaller than pictured on the model, on the Amazon model, remember I was telling you how they looked huge? Like I looked at the picture and they looked really big, and I wasn't expecting them to be that big. Well, these, so I was then I was expecting them to be that big, but when I opened them, they weren't that big. They actually are bigger than I thought initially, but they're not as big as pictured on the model. So I kind of got somewhere in between of what I thought they were going to be and what they appear to be. If you can follow that. Anyway, they're cute. I think they're really cute. They're like fuzzy. They're like, I don't know, like felt, I guess. Really cute for, for this month and February, because February is Valentine's Day. So I figured hearts, what's better than hearts? I was looking for earrings, because I was wearing my gingerbreads and the Grinch. Grinch I didn't really like so much, to be honest with you. I only wore them a couple times. You know why? The bells bothered me, because every time you moved your head or did something, it would ring in your ear. And I don't need extra ringing in my ear. So I was like, no. So I only wore them like twice, I think. And the rest of the holiday season, I wore my gingerbread, which I love the gingerbread earrings. They're so cute. So I put them away in a box, in a Ziploc, and they're in the closet wherever I put them. So next year, I'll have my Christmas earrings again. Well, this year. End of this year, actually. So yeah, I thought these were cute for a couple months, and then, I'll look for something else. I don't know. Maybe Penny could help me decide. This is Penny for anybody who's new here, and she is my pen stylist slash pen stylist friend. And Penny helps me with a lot of these videos. She also makes a good fidget because of her hair. So when I'm talking, sometimes you'll see me combing through her hair with my nails. And so that helps me, maybe to think of something, maybe rub her on my chin. You never know, right? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to rub her next. Rub a neck. Anyway. Oh gosh, guys, I'm in a giggly mood again. It's just nice to have quiet in the house, peace and quiet. And I know a lot of people that have their children already grown and out of the house are probably like, oh, we wish, that we could hear that, footsteps again and them playing in the room and this and that. And I'm not at that point in my life yet. Okay. I'm at the point where I need some silence once in a while. I need some, just peacefulness without worrying who's doing what and who took whose toy and who's doing this. I like it right now. Okay. Maybe down the road, yes, I will feel that same way. But right now, I like my peace once in a while. So I am happy, that I get my days back again. But that, they're gonna have another week off in February. So I'm like, great. I do enjoy, obviously. I mean, I have two teenagers, so they don't really, Ethan will do stuff with us, but for the majority of it, it's just Danny anyway. So, and he likes to do arts and crafts and stuff like that. And so I'll do that with him. I don't have a problem doing arts and crafts. He likes all the newer, he watches the Instagram. He's like, Mommy, I want to make this. I want to make this jewelry box out of paper. I want to make this thing. And it's fun. It really is fun. But once the fighting starts, that can't be my husband home already. It can't be. I see the little bus outside. It can't be. Anyway, once the fighting starts, it's like, stop it. My brain can't work in this, But they have, like, even Jason said they behaved pretty darn well over Christmas break. They did. I mean, there was a couple squabbles here and there, but for the most part, I think they did. Um, Anyway, it is so crappy outside. I know people would say, "Oh, I love this weather," but it's very dark and gloomy, and it's light snow that looks like it's turning into sleet, and very light though it's coming down. Nothing huge. But it's like just. I hate these kind of days because it's just like so dragging and like, it already looks like it's time to close my blinds for the evening, and like dinner time, nighttime, and it's only like 11:30 in the morning. So it's like, you know, I meant to do this video earlier actually, so Jason might come home. He went out for a meeting at the school, but I meant to do it earlier, honestly, but I didn't get ready earlier because I don't know. I got like this burst of energy this morning. I don't know where the hell it came from because rarely do I get a burst of energy like that. And I think it was because I get annoyed, right? And there's only so many times you could tell somebody to do something, change the garbage can or, wipe the counter down. And, they will do dishes, my kids, like for chores and stuff, but they don't do it like I do it. They're not going to wipe all the counters with Lysol wipes and do all the stove and the back of the stove and the wall, the fan, whatever. They're not going to do all that. I don't expect them to do all that, first of all, but it's just annoying because it's like if you're going to do something, do it correctly. Like, do it like how you're supposed to do it. Like, don't leave water. They'll leave puddles of water next to the sink on the counter, and the drain board is all like not emptied. And like, it drives me nuts. Anyway, so I started looking one by one. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do the dishwasher. Then I'm looking around. I'm like, shit, this needs to be clean. And they're like, fuck, can't you, nobody was home but Jason, by the way. The kids were already at school. But I was like, fuck, can't they just fucking, change the garbage? They see it's full. It's like, why wait? Why wait, So did that. Then I wiped down the refrigerator, the stove. I just went cuckoo crazy, okay? I went everything all over the place. Stuttering now. Great. Anyway. So I got into that. So I would, curse at one thing, clean it, curse at another, clean it, curse at typical mother, typical Italian mother, cursing, and you do it anyway for them, right? You do it anyway. Then I went in their room, and of course, you got to change the garbage cans in there. You got to take out the dishes. Anyway, then I vacuumed and was sweeping and all just everything that needs to be done regularly. But I felt like this extra need to like, sometimes it's just surface cleaning, the basic shit you got to do. And then it's like, sometimes you see things that bother you and you're just like, I can't wait. I got to take care of this shit right now. So that was the kind of mood I was in, take care of it now. So I just did it one, boom, 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 one thing after the other. So I was cleaning for a couple hours this morning and I was like, then I got into the bathroom, did laundry. And then I'm like, okay, I could wipe down everything in here again and I'm like, fuck it. I'm waiting. I'll fucking wait till tomorrow to do that. Because I can't, I just can't. It bothers me too much. Like, I even told Jason, I was like, you know what? I think we should just hire like one of those professional cleaners because I've watched these videos and they come in and they're like, boom, boom, boom. I know it's not that quick. I know they obviously speed it up for the video, but they come in and they do everything for one price, like, they do the top of the walls. They do the whole tub and shower and tile and bathtub and everything. They do all with their professional like cleaning machines and tools and everything. Now, my mother used to do that for a living at one point. She had her own business, actually. She had her own house cleaning, housemaid service. And she bought all these specialty tools and everything. And when she would come over to visit, I'd be like, Ma, you got that thing in the trunk? You got that big machine over there? I got to clean my carpet. You still got that? And she'd bring it in. The thing is, you got to buy your own, like, products because a lot of people, like, that she would go clean their house, they didn't want the Lysol or the bleach or the Comet and they didn't want any of that. They wanted more clean, what are they, like, less chemically type products, I don't even know what they're called because I don't fucking use them. I'm not paying extra for fucking big deal. I've been inhaling fucking Lysol all my life. I mean, I could fucking clean. It's not a big deal. And I mean, so I don't go by that. I think it's a lot of extra money, and it for what? Just so I don't inhale the fumes. Well, I like cleaning. That's one of the perks. Why do you think I'm so dizzy all the time? No, I'm kidding. But it's not like a big deal. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you have a lot of kids, like little small kids or pets or maybe something like that, I could see where they go drink out of the toilet, not the kids, the pets. But they go and they use the I don't know, they lay on the floor in the bathroom. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I mean, you go here, you go in the bathroom, you do your business, you get the fuck out. You don't hang out in the bathroom. You don't like fucking, Sure, do I wish I had a beautiful brand new tiled bathroom with a big tub and all, and a big, standing double shower with all these rains coming from. I would love a fucking bathroom like that. Shit, I think if I did have a bathroom like that, I would fucking hang out in there. I would be like, fuck, just hand me my drink, okay, I'm going to the bathroom, guys. I'll fucking see you tonight. I'm going to the bathroom. But so she had all the products, and the people would want, the other ones, which is fine. Everybody has their own thing. But, I don't know. It is, it is what it is, So sorry, I'm just thinking, like, I'm just cuckoo right now. Oh my gosh. I told you guys, I get on here and I start talking about things, and then I crack myself up thinking of other things I could say to that. But then I'm like, no, maybe I shouldn't, I don't it's like shit. I mean, I know it's my channel. I mean, obviously, Is that? Oh no, I better stop having fun. Don't want anybody to think I'm going, crazy cuckoo. You can't, you have to, I understand, right? You have to be a certain, you can't, how do I explain it right? Belinda would know how to explain this right. You just can't put it all out there, I guess, because you never know who's watching, and you never know what somebody's going to say. And it's kind of a shame because, I would just let it all out. I would just keep on talking, But you don't, again, you don't want to offend people. You don't want people to, view you in a certain way. I mean, even though I don't really give a fuck. I'm sorry. All right, maybe I'm taking it over the top today. I'm sorry. Let's get to dressing the babies, okay? Let's get to dressing them. Now, I have Leilani in front of me. I did get the Kate Quinn outfit yesterday, and it's adorable. However, I washed it, and then I dried it. I thought I had the timing correct, but it's still not dry. So I took it out, and a lot of times this bamboo fabric doesn't dry well in the dryer anyway. Like, you have to hang it to dry. I put it on double time, okay, because the first time it was still wet. I put it on double time, and it's still wet. Well, damp. I would say it's damp. But because you have to put bamboo on low heat. So when you put it on the low heat, then it just, I don't know, it just doesn't fucking dry. I don't know. I don't know, it doesn't dry. Maybe there's too much Lysol moisture in the bathroom. Stops it from drying. I don't know. But this weather sucks, guys. I'm like looking out the window and, and then I did my, my budget list, like for the week for grocery shopping. And so we did, this week is pasta week. So, I don't want to go shopping. It's Tuesday. I don't want to actually place my order till at least Friday, because then it will be, well, today's the 5th? I don't even fucking know. Well, no, because they went back yesterday. Well, yesterday was the 5th. Today's Tuesday, so today's the 6th. So, yeah, so then it will be like 8 days, 8 days a week. Isn't that a song? Oh my God. My mom used to sing that. 8 days a week. to show how much I care. Girl, I need your love, babe, just like I need you. I know somebody knows that song. What is that song? Oh my gosh. Somebody please tell me in the comments. I know somebody knows it. It's an old song. Old song. My mother used to sing it. Anyway. Is it the Beatles? It could be the Beatles, but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. Tell me. Anyway, that's what it made me think of. So, we were doing pasta week, and it's been going great. Last night we had Ethan's friends over, and we made raviolis. And so we had raviolis last night. Then the night before we had pastina. Well, I had pastina. The kids had ramen. They make fun of me because over here they call it ramen. I call it ramen. And they were like, his friend was like, what did you just say, Sandra? He calls me Sandra. My Auntie Fran, she used to call me Sandra too. But so he said, what did you say, Sandra? I says, that they wanted ramen. No, yeah, ramen. And he says, ramen? He's laughing at me. He says, ramen? He said, yeah, why? It's ramen. He says, no, it's ramen. And Jason's like, yeah, it's ramen. I'm like, well, I call it ramen. Okay, it's ramen to me. We hardly ate that. When I was a kid, we hardly ate that because my mother, we always had like, my mother and my aunt and everybody, they would jar their own fresh tomato sauce during the summer. So we had like bushels of, I don't know, what do you call it? Like just boxes of, they did have bushels of tomatoes to make it, but they made fresh tomato sauce for the year, So it lasted everybody the year. Like everybody, there was 4 families that, made the sauce all together. My 2 aunts, and Nonna and my mom. So everybody, we all made it together. Everybody went home with enough jars to last, the year. Anyway, so she would always make macaroni because we had the sauce. So, she just kept making macaroni. We had macaroni all the time, but not ramen. She would make, regular pasta. We had a lot of spaghetti, a lot of linguine. I hated that, but all right. She liked it. Angel hair, some, regular rigatoni and penne and all that stuff. She would make all that, but she would make pasta fazool, and she would make some, broccoli with the macaroni. She would broccoli macaroni. She would do a, clam sauce, like a white clam sauce. That I didn't really like as a kid. But I mean, we ate it because if we didn't eat it, then we were sitting there till dark and with no dessert. So I wasn't fucking doing that. I wasn't missing dessert. Okay. So we sat there, or I ate it, and then I used to feel bad because she would make my sister sit there, and my sister hated everything. My sister did not like to eat anything, and she would hide things under the table legs. And then my mom would come to sweep, and then she would be like, what is this shit under here? And she would sweep everything out. She'd be like, Lisa, you didn't eat. You put everything under the table, get back to the table. And then she would make her something else because, But that's when she was real little, 5, 6. But, yeah, we hated that. One thing I would not eat was spinach. Until this day, I will not eat spinach. I fucking hate it. I hate spinach. I hate Brussels sprouts, lima beans, anything of that nature. Blech. So I would not eat the spinach. That I wouldn't budge on. Nope, wasn't happening. But anyway, so we're doing the pasta week. It's halfway done, I guess you could say. Mostly done. So this coming week, Friday, I guess starting Friday, is pizza week. The kids love pizza. Why not? There's all different kinds of pizza out there now. There's French bread pizza. There's pan pizza. There's this pizza. Jason's going to make Sicilian pizza. There's Hot Pockets. There's pepperoni rolls. There's bagel pizzas. There's every kind of fucking pizza now. So, make the pizza week, right? The kids love it. Why not? And then after that, we're going to do chicken week. So we're going to get a whole roasted chicken. The kids love that in the oven. And we make like rice-a-roni on the side or mashed potatoes or something like that. Jason will make some breadsticks with it. And then we're going to do a chicken soup. So we'll get the carrots and celery and onion and all that. And we'll make and we'll put the ditalini in there. Oh my God. Jason likes it with rice. We don't actually put that in the soup. Like he'll make it separate. And then if somebody wants, a spoon of rice in it, or if you want the ditalini. I like the ditalini. I think it's so, I like the macaroni in the, in the chicken soup. And then you put some grated cheese and crushed red pepper on top. Oh my God, with a little sea salt. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh my God, I'm gonna have him make breadsticks when we do that too. So we'll do a hot chicken soup. That's gonna be so good, especially in this colder weather. And then, we're gonna do chicken patties. We'll do chicken nuggets. We'll do They're gonna be all chickened out by the time we're done with that week. And then the last week, I kind of just let them do what they want kind of thing, like what we have in the pantry, because there's tons of stuff in there. So like we could do one night do a breakfast for dinner night, like pancakes with sausage or something. And then, the next night we could do chicken and waffles, something like that. And then we have, just basically we have macaroni and cheese in there. We have, there's just tons of stuff. Can't even think right now. But peanut butter and jelly and that sort of thing. They let them, and the ramen, let them, I let them pick. It's no big deal. The end of the month, So that's my plan for the month. Now that you know my meal plan, let's move on to the babies. Let me put this pen down because Penny doesn't need to be over here. I got my iced coffee here. Yes, I'm still using my gingerbread mug. I don't care. I love this thing. So I'm still going to use it. And I still have my snowman up anyway. It's like, it's winter. It's winter here. It's rain. Not rain. It's snow. It's snow. I thought of Amanda because she said it was rain. No, she thought I said it was raining, but she misread it and it's snowing. And then it's raining, but it's snowing. Cuckoo. Cuckoo, cuckoo. So I have in my head. My Nonna used to have a cuckoo clock, I remember, upstairs. And we used to sleep over there. Me and my sister would get so scared because we always stood there waiting for that little bird to come out of that little hole. We would just stare at the clock. Cuckoo, cuckoo. While we're eating our Nutella sandwiches, having some little cup of black coffee when we're like 7 and 5. And you can't go on Donna's rug. You can't go in her living room. She has plastic all over the couches, and she has this new shag rug, that's like 4 feet fucking tall, like you're running through the grass. Don't go on the carpet. You can't go in there with your shoes on, that's for sure. You gotta take those off. Oh my God, the memories. When I talked to my sister Lisa a few days ago, we just kept talking and talking about, it's very rare that I get to talk to Lisa for that long in one phone call. It's usually quick. Or maybe, 10-minute phone call, whatever. How you doing? Did you talk to Dad? Did you talk to Michelle? What's going on? Anything? Because I like to get the scoop, make sure my other sister is okay, But anyway, because I won't call her. So anyway, we were talking, and we just kept talking about when we were younger. And she brought up so many things. She says, do you remember when we used to play in the front yard? Now, Nonna had tons of, when you walk through, okay, she lived in Yonkers, okay? So she had like a beautiful house, but it was pushed back from the road. And it was gated with a white iron gate fence and had the little swing door, So I remember we used to open that door, and it was like we were in a fairyland because she had gardens and gardens before you even got to the front door. On each side, even in the middle, you'd have to walk. There was 2 pathways, and it was like she would have those marigold flowers, the ones that were orange, yellow, and maybe white. I don't know, but they were tall, and they were like the round little flowers. And then she had all the tomato plants and peppers and all kinds of stuff. Then on the other side, she had like vines with ivy and roses and all kinds of shit. When you walk in there, you get this smell of like, and then the bees are all around, and like nothing crazy, like bumblebees and all that. I mean, I'm sure they had others, but I remember bumblebees. And she had the watering cans all around. And when we were there, she would tell us, come on. She didn't speak a lot of English, but we knew to go outside and grab a watering can and help her water all the plants. And then you go back inside and she'd, hand you the money, slip you the money. um, and then they would cook, like my mom and my aunt would be inside cooking the sauce and the meatballs and, all that kind of shit. Um, so that's kind of like what me and my sister were talking about. And when you smell those flowers and the fresh tomatoes and everything when you're walking through, when you're a little kid, and then, we used to play dress up with all her extra material. Like she loved to sew. She sewed everything, sewed her own clothes, everything. So we used to take the extra material and put it over our heads and, play like it was with hats and everything. And oh my God. And then I was God, one thing, I'll tell you this one story and then we'll get moving. One time, and I told her this, she's like, oh my God, and my kids don't want to hear the story ever again because I told them. Because I'm always telling them, be careful when they're doing stuff. I said, be careful, you could get hurt, and they don't want to listen to me. And I'm trying to tell them, me and your father have had so many accidents and stitches and, things that we had to go to the hospital for. You guys are lucky that you haven't had to go through anything like that. So we were playing, Nona had like a back laundry room in the basement, like a back room that you had to step up to get to, right? It was the door. And then they didn't take out all the natural rock that is in the basement. So they left the natural rock there. Okay. So there's like a couple hills of rocks. And then to the left is the washing machine and dryer. So there's only a little room to play back there, whatever. So didn't think anything of it. We started playing house and we put, the stuff on like we were, older or whatever, adults, however you play, whatever, as you're a kid. We're playing house, okay? And my sister at the time had to be maybe a year old, maybe 2, because she could walk on her own, but she was little. She was a toddler. She had to be 2. Well, that was before she got sick. My sister, Lisa, got really, really sick as a little kid. Her kidneys failed and she blew up like a balloon. She could not pee on her own. The doctors didn't know what was wrong with her. She was in Columbian Presbyterian Hospital in the city for months, hooked up to every kind of thing. And they went to, they couldn't find out what was wrong with her or why she couldn't pee. And no matter what they did, it was like she was crying and crying and she was looked like sold like a balloon. And my mother had to stay there with her. So a lot of those months I spent at my aunt's house with my cousin. And, it was like I never seen my mom because she was always at the hospital with Lisa. And my mom said that, the doctors had come in and said, look, there's nothing else we could do. We don't know what's wrong with her. And she was suffering really, really bad. And so all they could do is like, give her pain medication, I guess. I was little, so I don't know. But my mom told me what happened, obviously. And so they said, all we could do is wait and hope for the best. We don't know what's going on. We can't fix it, basically. So, it was just a waiting game. And so my mom said that, they told her that and she kept praying and praying and praying. And the next day she slept at the hospital, obviously. And then the next day she woke up, and my sister looked normal again. She looked over at the baby crib and my sister was laughing and giggling and she was normal. And the doctors were like baffled. They were like, I don't know. And she peed. She peed. So it was like, what happened? Like what happened? Well, my mother was asleep. Like it just naturally, like, and then from that point on, my sister had to go. Well, she stayed in the hospital for a good month after that, I would say, because they ran a lot of tests after that. They want to know, they want to know what happened. But then they released her from the hospital. She was peeing on her own good. Everything was great. And then, every year, first it was twice a year, and then it went to once a year as she got older. She had to go back to the same doctor at Columbian Presbyterian Hospital, to get testing, make sure her kidneys were functioning right and all that stuff. It was a very scary time for my mother, I'm sure. And I was little, so I was like 5. So I was like, I wasn't in school yet, and I went to stay with my older cousin, my aunt, and you know, that was that. I mean, I didn't mind, this was the aunt, my cousin that had all the toys and anything she ever wanted. So anything she had, I was playing. I remember trying to play with one of her gem dolls. I don't know if that was, yeah. It was probably strawberry shortcake year, I don't know. But anyway, I kind of didn't realize. I knew my mother was gone. I didn't know why, I mean, she would come visit me, obviously, once in a while, but I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah, so back to, what was I originally telling you guys about my sister? Oh, so we were playing house in the back laundry room, and so my sister started climbing on the rock, and I went to pick her up, and I guess the way I picked her up, she was too heavy for me, and I lost my balance and I fell backwards. Now, it would have been okay. I mean, I probably would have just hit my head on the rock and maybe got stitches, I don't know, but I fell backwards, and they happened to just buy new windows to put in the living room, and they were leaned up against the wall behind me. And so when I fell back, the back of my legs broke the glass, and it shattered and went all into my leg in the back. So it wasn't just like one big piece of glass. It was many, many little tiny shards of glass that went right into the back of my thighs. I had a dress on. So immediately I remember started screaming. And I remember my mother carrying me to the couch, and I was laying on my stomach, obviously, and she seen my leg, and I remember her screaming, "Give me the phone, give me the phone." And she called 911, told them that we needed an ambulance. Now, I was little, I was 5. I was in shock. I knew I was in pain. I didn't know what was going on. I knew the glass was in my leg, and my mother, because I kept wanting to touch it. And my mother's like, "Don't touch it, Sandra, don't," and somebody had to sit in front of me. My aunt, it was crazy. So then I remember riding in the ambulance. I remember getting to the hospital, and I remember them with the tweezers. They had to, I don't know if they eventually put me out or if they just numbed the area, but they had to take each piece of glass out. And then I remember having stitches in the back of my leg, and I still have a scar. So that was not fun. That was not fun. But see, these are the things, right? That's one example of something that had happened to me. I'm not going to keep going into, maybe another day I'll tell you another story. But these are things that the kids don't understand. It's like, we have been through some things, okay? So we're trying to tell you, we're trying to give you a little heads up here so you don't have to go through that kind of situation, when the kids like to lean back on the dining room chairs and lift the front legs. And we keep telling them, stop doing that, because you're going to wind up falling back and cracking your head open, and then you're going to need stitches, because that happened to Jason. He was playing on a chair, didn't want to listen to my mother-in-law. I mean, she wasn't my mother-in-law at the time this happened, and he fell back, cracked his head, and he needed stitches in the back of his head. So when we try to tell them something, they don't want to listen. It's like, listen up. Okay, let's get to baby stuff. It's only 30 minutes. It's not that bad. Yesterday I talked for a whole hour before we even got to the babies. I hope you enjoyed my video yesterday, guys. I really put my heart and soul into it. I put my heart and soul into every video, really. Well, I don't want to say every video, but most. Sometimes videos just have to be made to be made. But, you know what? Mint time. I only have 2 candy cane mints left. I need to get some more. I don't know if they have them. I'm gonna have to look on Walmart and see if they still. This is, I'm guessing that they don't sell candy cane flavored mints year round. But, you know, I think these are way better than the regular icebreakers. Because I usually get the regular ones. I think the Cool Mint ones or something. They're blue. But these are way better. Because they have like a more candy taste rather than just a straight up mint, you know, to blow you away. Yeah, but I love mints. Mints, anything. I love peppermint patties, of course, but you can't eat those all the time. But, you know, anyway. Okay, so I have Leilani in front of me, and I have her, oh, shit, all right, her ballerina dress that we're going to put on her today. Oh my God, it smells like that baby cologne so good. See, why did all of a sudden the color got really bright? Now, I don't know if you see it that way or if you see me the same color from throughout the whole video. I don't know. But for me, when I'm looking, the color just changed and we got really bright. So I don't know. But whatever, it doesn't matter to me. Dark, light, bright, not. Okay, so we're not going to be able to dress Jack today, unfortunately, in this, but I still want to show it to you because this is still really damp and I'm not going to put it on his cuddle body like that. But it is inside out because that's how I wash these. That's how I wash all the baby clothes. Unless it says to wash it right side out for whatever reason. I usually turn them inside out. But, so this outfit is adorable. And I'm going to show you. This is my absolute favorite style and fabric. And I love this color too. Okay. It is cold here, boy. It's cold. All right. I don't think the kids are going to have outdoor recess today. Not with this weather. Okay. So this is Kate Quinn newborn size. Look how cute this is, guys. Look how cute. So this is my most favorite style for the babies. It's the lap neck. So no zipper, no buttons, no snaps, no nothing in the front. Okay. So if I have to, and which I do, fold this over a little bit on Jack. But it looks good because the fabric is thin. It's a bamboo fabric. So, you know, you're not going to have big bunches anywhere. And it has the, you know, the cover on the sleeve for the hands, but I don't use it because I will say that the Kate Quinn sleeve runs short. I don't know why. I don't know what is with these companies. Carter's pants run short and her sleeves run small, and the leg room is perfect. But for some reason, anybody else have that problem? The sleeve is like, you can't fold this over. In other words, if you use the mitten, look how short that gets. Okay? No. So you can't use the mitt. At least I don't. So I will keep it like this and it's fine. And then I'll just put his mitt right here, you know, over that. You know? Unless people like that tight look. Or I guess it depends, like, the limbs on your doll. Because I know a lot of limbs are, like, shorter. And even some have curves to them. What sculpt am I thinking of? There's a lot of ones that have shorter. I think Teddy might have the shorter limbs, I think, or more petite, you know, like little, like skinnier, I guess. And so maybe you might be able to maneuver it that way. There's another one I'm thinking of. I can't think of. It's like, it has like a curve to them, so it might be. There's a few that are like that. Lulu, I think, right, has her fists like that. Her arms are more like maybe bent at the elbow is what I mean, so that it makes the arms shorter. I know Levi is like that. His arms are kind of, his wrists are more like this, I believe, like twisted in, and he has the bent arms. I don't know, but any limbs like that, I mean, excuse me, any limbs like that would probably fit, you know, and you could cover it, you know. But for my cuddle babies, no, it's not going to work. Anyway, so look, isn't this a cute color, guys? I'm going to turn you around here in the back. So it's a really pretty, like a dark teal. That's how I describe this, because it's not quite, well, it's green, but it's like more like, maybe no, it's not a pine green. I think I said it best first. It's like a dark, deep teal color. And then it has all these little running fox on it. Not cool? At first, I thought they looked a little long. At first, I thought they looked a little like an alligator, maybe. But they are fox. And I was actually happy. I love this color. And the print of the fox, my real Jack, that's one of his favorite animals. So it kind of worked out, you know? So, yeah, it's too wet in the shoulder and everything. I probably am gonna throw it back in the dryer after the video if it's not. I don't know, I'll see. But it's an adorable outfit. It's footed. It's just perfect. It's like the perfect outfit, I feel, for a newborn baby. A cuddle baby especially, I feel. Because it's very soft and slinky, and just when you hold the baby, you feel the baby, and like, I think it feels like how my babies used to feel when I would, hold them. I don't know, something about this fabric and design. But anyway, so there's my Kate Quinn outfit that I got. So that will be going on him whenever it's dry. So he is here next to me in the carriage, but we're going to leave that there for now. And then I got my bunny blankets here that I'm going to put over me while I dress Leilani. So here we go. Is this backwards? No. Okay, I love this blanket. I could use this blanket, Tina. It's a beautiful blanket. So we'll just throw it over my shoulder here. We're going to get the baby. It's not going to take much to dress. Oh, my baby. I haven't held her since the last video, guys. I know I'm bad. Oh, I've been actually enjoying my silicone babies. I slept with Nathan last night, my little 12-inch, to sleep, because he's just so squishy and cuddly and the right size. And now holding her, she's a chunk of monk. She is chunky. You are my chunky girl. So cute. Look at her. Oh, gosh. Look at her. She's so beautiful. So beautiful. I did wind up, I returned those Minnie Mouse things. Those fucking headbands. Oh, don't listen. Those fucking headbands that I got for myself. Like this, like Minnie Mouse, Nah. They were too tight, like around my head. I felt like I was getting a goddamn headache from them. So I was like, I'm taking them off, Anyway. So I do feel like she needs a bigger bow still. But I don't know. I'll look. I've been looking, but it's hard to, like, they show you a picture, kind of like my earrings. They'll show you a picture and you get it and you're like, what the fuck? What kind of little tiny fucking bow is this? Or you get one and it's like humongous and it's like for, I don't know, like a toddler, and you can't do, come on. So anyway, I'll continue to look and see what I find. And then, yeah, and then we'll see. What else? Let's change her. Right now I have this. It's funny. I have it over her ears. And it's like sticking all the way out. Like you guys can see. It's like hanging onto her ear. It's okay. Mama loves you. All right. Let's try and take this beautiful dress off. If I can't do it on camera, I will put her down because I don't want to ruin. Oh, it's coming off pretty easy. I don't want to ruin. And you got lint. I don't want to ruin this dress. I don't want to pull at it. Give me this lint. All right. No more lint. So, let's see. So, in Dolly news, still waiting for my two babies. I checked on the silicone one, and it says that it is on the airplane on the way to the US. So that's good news. And then of course, like this one has to give me trouble. I don't want to rip this, so. And then I talked to Anna briefly this morning, but I don't like to, bother her. I don't know, she's painting, she's busy what she's doing, so I just, once in a while, every couple days I'll check in. Um there is another kit that I'm looking for. That besides Joanna. Joanna is obviously a given, but besides Joanna, and I really want this kit. Um I cannot do this. Um and I really, really want this kit. So I'm looking, but it looks like it's not available on McPherson's. It's not available anywhere except direct from the sculptor, which she does have. She does have them in stock. But she's not in the US, so my question is if I order straight, like, cuz she's saying on her website, that she's not responsible for tariffs or customs or anything like that anymore. I don't know if she ever was, but I mean, she's making it more known, on her website. So I'm sure there was issues or something. But anyway, so I mean, I could directly ask her. But at this point, Anna doesn't even know because it's been, rough figuring everything out with that. So, I don't know. I mean, I know that she's the only one that has the kit. So it's like, and I don't know if this particular kit is going to be brought back to McPherson's, so I don't know. It doesn't say it just says out of stock. It doesn't say sold out or nothing. So maybe they'll restock her. I don't know. But just my my dolly journey of what I would like to do this year. It is a doll that I had in the past that I miss dearly. And I think that I don't know. Okay. Wow, I'm just looking at this dress. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful dress. Um so, it's kind of like that saying, like, don't let somebody steal your joy, right? And that kit brought me a lot of joy. And and I don't think, excuse me, and I don't think that I should let somebody else's feelings or how I was treated or anything determine the doll or the sculpt that I can have in my collection, when I love that one. So we'll see. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But anyway. So so I want to put her onesie on. This onesie. Or at least see if it fits. So in order, I'm going to have to take everything off. No, you know what? We'll just do this. And unsnap. Unsnap it. Oh, why is your neck like that? Come on. Okay. We're going to unsnap. There we go. Lift it. Okay. And then, do we have a snap back here? Yep. We have a couple of snaps back here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So which way should we go here? No, we'll go up, I guess. So hopefully this onesie will fit her. I'm hoping. Any luck. I'm hoping. All right, let's see. Oh, there goes her headband. Goes it. You know what? I would love to get that Dolly cologne, but that's expensive. But my son got, his cologne. Oh my God. I sprayed it on the couches this morning after he left and everything. It smells so damn good. I know. I ordered one of my own, but then I canceled it because I'm like, that's a big bottle. We could share. He won't know. He's probably gonna know when he comes home. And he's like, why does it smell like my cologne in here when I'm not even home? I don't know. I don't know, Jack. So, all right. Now let's hope. All right. Am I gonna be able to do this? I'm gonna be careful with her head. She's heavy. Let me do it this way. All right, you sit here. Can you sit? All right, don't fall over on me. Don't fall. Which way do we put this? It's a challenge. It's the challenge. I don't want to scratch her with these things either. Okay. Which way do we go here? Okay, all right. We got you. We got you. All right. Okay. All right, we got her. We got her. I always feel like when I do a change in chat, or like when not even a change in chat, I wouldn't call it because I dress them and I can't chat at the same time. I feel like I'm too worried about fixing them correctly. And is this lining up? And, am I going to scratch the face? Am I going to do this? That I don't, that I'm not able to chat. And so it gets boring, I guess, for me. I don't know about for you guys, but I don't know. I feel a little bored, and that's why I try not to. No, this is kind of short. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it works. See, and then this is not lining up. This has to go here. Okay. I know some people just throw them on, and however they end up, they end up. But with a cuddle baby, I realized that you have to line up their arm correctly. So you always use the thumb or like the this part as the now some bodies don't have a thumb. Jack does not have a thumb. I don't think. Now I'm wondering. But you have to line it up correctly with how their arm is, just like a real baby. So this line here, where is it? Like this seam always goes on the inside of the arm. When you're dressing a cuddle baby, the seam line, you should always twist it to the inside of the arm. Because then that lines up correctly with the shirt and the shoulder so that the arm isn't like stuck, that it falls correctly. So that's just a tip for any of you first time cuddle mamas. So there is her arm. And so you see what I'm saying? You have to get it. See, it's not even there yet. Just because she has a big arm too. But so twist it so that the seam is on the inside of her arm. Or his arm, whatever. And then, I don't know why this is a stiff still, though. Maybe I fucked it up. Wait. See, this one is right. See how I did that one? And that's on the inside of the arm. Why is this? Oh, whoa. Be careful, girl. Did we not do this right? Maybe we got to keep twisting. I don't know. Did I twist too much? Or something is not right about this. I don't like it. It's stiff. Okay, there we go. See, it should fall. It should be able to fall flat, not be stuck. There we go. All right, I fixed it. Mama fixed it. Okay, so yeah, I think this shirt is a good size for her. It works so far. We're getting that. Then we got to pull this down. I feel too quiet when I do this. I guess it's good sometimes, right? Once in a while, I don't know. So we're going to pull these tights right back up because we're putting on the ballerina outfit. Okay. And yep, pink tights I agree would be good too with this outfit, but she doesn't have any right now. So I'm glad, look, the undershirt fits. Perfect. Okay, good. And I could even pull this down a little bit more, maybe. Just a little bit. Otherwise, she might get stiff again here. But, you know, she's going to have mittens on anyway. But I think it looks really, it fits her nice. Good. Good, good, good. Good. There you are, dude. Now you're in your little onesie. You happy? You happy now? All right. So we got the beautiful, beautiful ballerina dress that we're going to put on her. And it smells so nice, like the baby cologne. All right, I think, yeah, we're going to have to go over the head again. So be ready, girl. Be ready. All right, let's go forward like this, okay? Don't want to get any of the... Where's the snaps? Okay. Peekaboo, peekaboo. All right, we don't want to scratch her head or nothing. I think I better sit her down. I think I better do this way. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, and there's Jason. Hold on one second. Okay, so Jason's back. Yay! And I dressed her. I put her sleeves on. So, wait a minute. Just hold on, guys. One second. Okay, guys. All right. So I have her dressed. Where's my blanket? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we have her dressed. Well, not all the way, but you know, I put her arms in. We got to find her some mitts. I got to pull this down over this. She's looking so beautiful. Let me see. Where's the other end? Here it is. All right. So we're going to pull this this way, right? We have 2 snaps, I believe, not 3. Okay, we got 2, right? That's it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I don't like touching her face. Okay. So I'm tying this in the back. I don't think we could do a bow. I'm just going to do a little knot. Not a knot, but like a little. Okay. And then, oh, she's looking so cute. I'm going to put her pink headband back because that's what we got at the moment to work with. Okay. So, I mean, I think it's cute behind her ear too. It's just that it falls off then too quickly. I look like she's going to a baptism. It falls off too quickly. The behind her ear. I could try it, but I mean, it's just gonna it'll just fall off. All right, let's find her some mittens. Now, I don't think I have just white mittens here for her. I guess the tights. Those are not. I have these with the dots again. Let me see if I have pink ones. In this disaster mess of a drawer. Where is that bag of stuff? Christ. And I have Santina here. We're going to dress her next, so I think we are. If you want to stay. If you want to stay to see it. All right, so here's her bag of stuff. Now I do... All right, she's looking over there. Look at her. All right. I have these pink ones. Do these match? Well, they could. stripe. No, it takes away from the dress. There's Jason flushing the damn toilet. All right. The white. We could just do the white, or should we do a light pink? No, I don't like the light pink. Wait, I have a better pink. I was just gonna say, please don't. Can you hear me?
What?
Just please don't put the clothes in the dryer yet, because I gotta put this.
Can I put the heat on?
No.
No.
I gotta put this outfit back in the dryer when I'm done. Okay. I should just put it in now, and by the time I'm done with Santina, maybe it'll be dry. Maybe I'll do that. No, see, it's not the right pink for me. It just drives me nuts. I think we might have to just go with the white for now. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't think it's gonna match right, the pink. So, I think we will just go with the white and leave that for now. And she already has her ballerina shoes on, so that's all good there. And then we're going to put Santina's dress on. I might just go throw this in the dryer after I put... See, I don't know. I feel like it lessens the outfit for me. You know? I don't know. Let me just try the pink ones. It's like they're not dressy enough. That doesn't look like the right... I mean, maybe the light pink is better. It just doesn't look like the right type. I don't know. I get annoyed at stuff like this, guys. I'm sorry. Like, if I don't have the correct colors or something doesn't look right, I don't know. I can't. All right. I mean, hey, Christina. I mean, this looks a little bit better, maybe. The dressier look, because there's the ruffle to it. But it just doesn't match this pink or the headband, you know? So it gets me aggravated a little bit. But it'll have to do. It'll do. It's better than the white, because at least this has a little ruffle to it, you know? So it kind of dresses up the outfit a little bit. Let's see. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Flavor Flav. Does anybody watch that show he had, Flavor Flav? Oh my God, I was hysterical last night. Flavor Flav. You know what time it is? He knows what time is it? Oh my God, when he had that show, I was dying laughing with Miss New York. If you know, you know. But you know, she was way out there, but oh my God, she always had me hysterical, that girl. All right. She even came out with her own single, her own song. And I listened to that, I don't know, last month, and I kept dying laughing. I don't know why this hand looks more bigger than this one, huger. I don't know what is going on. Maybe the beads have to come down into the hand. I think maybe that's what it is. Yeah, probably. I probably squeezed it too much. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so here's the finished look for my baby, Lelani. sorry, sweetheart. Lelani. She has her ballerina outfit on with her little ballet shoes. And she looks like the perfect little ballerina. I'm a ballerina. Hi, guys. I'm a ballerina. Hey. Hey. So she is sweet. She's my pumpkin. I love her so much. My pumpkin spice here. She's pumpkin spice. She's just... I could stare at her forever. She's just so adorable. These lips. It's just the way she looks at you. She's like, Mama. My God. You know what? It's crazy. And I said this when I had Ruby awake. It's crazy. This artist really makes the dolls come alive. Almost to the point of maybe almost, not yet, but like a little kind of scary feeling. Not that I'm scared of her, but like she has that like look of maybe that's the wrong word. She has that look of maybe intimidation a little bit, you know? But she's beautiful, but I think the intimidation of, and I've had sleeping dolls like that before. I get one from Anna. It was Sage asleep, Sage, and I had her from Anna, and when I opened her, I was like, wow, she's beautiful, looking at the painting and everything. But when you put her down somewhere, like in a crib or a stroller or whatever, and you just like glance, like you don't look at her for a while, and then you glance over at her, and then you're like, like, I had that reaction to that doll. I was like, um, I think sometimes it really depends on the sculpt too. But with her, I think the artist just did like this. She does that with all her dolls, though. She has this incredible way of capturing life in the doll. And so sometimes it could catch you off guard a little bit. Like I said, I haven't held her since the last time I showed you guys her video. I show, when she was on video. Otherwise, she just stays in the bouncy seat over here. And of course, I look at her occasionally, but when you hold her, it's a different story, because she looks like she's just going to start talking to you. That's how lively she looks. And if she looks like that to you on video, imagine how she is in person. Because remember, video doesn't capture these dolls as well as they look in person. They never do. But I think my camera's pretty good at picking up details, but I mean, it's a different story when you're holding her like this and you're looking at her and she's looking at you and you're like, I don't know, even from further away, it's just like she's looking at you and it's like, it reminds me of when I first had my first son, Jack, and I held him just like this and he's just staring at me and you don't know what to say. And you're like, you're a human, you're a little human, but this isn't. So it's a little different. And she looks just, it's the way this artist, and the artist is Cassandra Anderson with Everlasting Baby Co. She just captures life in the doll, and it's like amazing. Like, there's so many artists that do that. I mean, Anna at Reborn Nursery does that, with her sleeping babies. I feel like her sleeping babies are, like, so, like, real. They're so real. I've seen a few of her awake babies, but honestly, I like the sleeping ones better. I think she just captures the peaceful sleeping face, like, so great, like, so perfectly. But for awake babies, I love this artist. I think she just is able to, it's hard to capture, I feel, with an awake baby, right? It's always harder with the awake babies to pass them off as being real. These you could. You can definitely go in a store with one of her dolls. I could bring Leilani to the store and people would think she's real. Okay? But just people passing by would think she's real. Totally. So I'm going to put her down, my baby. I want to kiss you, but I can't. I can never kiss my babies because I'm always wearing lipstick. So I can never kiss them. This color stays all day and night, so it doesn't come off till the morning, and then I put a new one on. But no, sometimes I take it off at night. But I still don't kiss the babies. I kiss my silicones. I kiss them because I know I can wash them. But I'm afraid to kiss the vinyls, But I love her varnish. I love the feel of her. It's so beautiful too. So she's like the complete package. Her weighting is, she's a big heavy girl. And her head, I put a little bit more polyfill. I told you guys I took her head off and put a little more in the, underarm area and the neck area. But she still has that fall, that baby wobbly head, with the weighted head. But now I'm able to, I feel like I could hold her without her head, rolling off. But other than that, she's such a perfect baby. Now, I wonder how, but I guess they couldn't really do eyelashes on this type of doll and make it look real, because you can't really, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to do on an awake baby. But she is my little baby, and I'm so in love with her. And this is my first authentic reborn that is a biracial baby, that has color to her skin, other than blushing. She has a full, um, Hawaiian tone to her, or like a light, she could be a lot of different, she could be Italian for sure. There's dark skinned Italians for sure. She could be Hawaiian, she could be Spanish, she could be African American. She could be a lot of different things. So I think she's very versatile in that sense, and whoever owns her gets to pick that, and that's awesome. My perspective on her when I first seen her, was that she totally looks Hawaiian, or like Islander. I think that's how she looks. So so that's what we went with, right? And that's why we went with Leilani, a Hawaiian name. So we're gonna put her down. I am gonna go put that back in the dryer, so that hopefully by the time I'm done dressing Santina, maybe that'll be dry, and then we could dress him in it. Because we're only at an hour anyway. So maybe it will be a 2-hour video today. I don't know. I know you guys just like hanging out with me, right? I know there's quite a handful of viewers that say that they just like the time, because they like hanging out. It feels like hanging out with me, like you're just here, we're hanging out. It's just me and you. We're talking, shooting the shit, talking about the dolls, dressing the babies, that kind of thing. And there's quite a few of you that enjoy that. So it's not necessarily that I have to be sitting here talking about a topic, or, talking about all kinds of shit. And you know what? Stories come to my mind anyway when I'm doing this shit. So you just never know with Sandra's videos what you're going to hear. So stay tuned. I want to say that I got 2 new subscribers yesterday. So we're at, I think it's 884 maybe, or 83, something like that. But so keep it coming, guys. Subscribe, because we're getting there. We're getting to 900, and that's when we do our giveaway. I'm just so excited and so thrilled to be able to do another giveaway. It was so exciting when me and Christina did our holiday giveaway collab together, and it was just so exciting and fun. And then we got to pick the items, according to what the winner, liked. And, it was just fun to do that, to shop. I love shopping. First of all, I love looking. And, we look together and we send pictures back and forth, and we're like, what do you think this goes? You think this matches with this? You think she would like this with this? And so it was fun for me and Christina as well, because we were, shopping together for somebody else. And, it was just really cool. And I love doing stuff like that for people. It makes me so happy inside, to be able to give and do for other people too. So I just can't wait. So we'll see. I'm hoping that by February we could get there. And it's still early in January, so we got all month long, and so I'm hoping by February 1st we can get to 900. That would be absolutely fucking amazing. Because I want to do the giveaway. But anyway, so I'm gonna put her down for real. I'm gonna go put that in the dryer. But I have to be quick, because I don't know how long my video will hold for without like completely shutting off. I'm going to do my best to get back on here. If I can, I'll piece the 2 videos together when Ethan gets home. But it'll take a while then, but at least it'll still be in one piece. But I'm going to try my best to get back here to continue this video. So hold on, guys. Sorry, guys, didn't want to lose you, so I'm just pausing, and I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. And I was able to go take a pee. I was able to throw that in the dryer and put Leilani in her bouncer seat. And I was so afraid that I wasn't gonna get you guys back. But I did, okay? So you got a little glimpse there. I kind of unpaused you quick. Yeah, I'm out of breath because I was running. But you got a little glimpse of the nursery area over there with my Elsa doll, well, Scarlet, but she has on her Elsa dress from Aunt Suzanne. So she's over there hanging out with Lilo, and I already have my eye on another 18-inch doll. And honestly, I don't think I'm gonna go with American Girl, because you know what? Those are cute. They're cute. For 30 bucks, they're cute. And I don't have that kind of money. I can't be going to spend that amount of money when I'm into my Reborn collecting right now. So Maybe down the line, I don't know. But anyway, I have a lot of things that I want to accomplish in the coming months as far as making my rounds with Happy Mail and building a wardrobe for my 18-inch dolls and, just other things that I want to do. So, there's always something else, right? Always something else. Anyway, so I ordered these. I want to tell you guys before we get into Santina's outfit. So I wanted to tell you guys that I cannot wait for tomorrow's Amazon delivery. I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie, okay? Because and I know you guys are gonna be like, no, Sandra, you don't need the cookies. You just told us about, how you need somebody there to, kick you in the ass and tell you no cookies. Well, I ordered cookies, okay? Listen, because I'll tell you why, okay? I did not get a chance. Wait, this is a little jiggly. I did not, a piece of ice in my throat now, great. So I did not get a chance to, hey, Christina. What the hell was that? I said, hey, Christina, and my voice like shattered a piece of the ring light. Anyway, so I did not, FedEx, I don't know if I'm expecting FedEx, but anyway, I did not get a chance to bake. We didn't really get a chance to bake a lot this holiday season. And so we usually make mocha balls. We did not make any, okay? Because just so expensive for everything, the nuts and everything you need to go in it. So we skipped that. We only made sugar cookies, okay? And chocolate chip cookies and stuff like that, but nothing fancy. We usually bake a couple fancy cookies. I like to call them fancy cookies. I did make my 3-color cookies in October, I think it was, something around there. Or no, it was for my birthday. For my birthday we made them. But we didn't make them again in December. So, and I usually do. I didn't get to make my stuffed mushrooms or stuffed artichokes or anything like that because everything was just, cost money. And I had to make sure the kids had, their holiday first. So, didn't get to do that, but it's okay. I could do that anytime. But traditions, it's traditions, and those were kind of lost this year. But so I didn't get to make my 3-color cookies. Now I found these things. I've never tried them before, and I hope they're decent. Of course, they're not going to taste like my 3-color cookies, but I came across them on Amazon, and please tell me if you ever heard of these. They're called Cake Bites, and they had the rainbow cookies, the Italian color cookies. Now, I don't know if they're a cookie or a cake because it's called Cake Bites, but it looked like the cookies I make, So, but they're in like single packages, I think it said. I don't freaking know. But I decided to get them. They were on sale, and I said, I'll try them. I've never heard of them before. And since I didn't get to make them for Christmas, I'll just get these, But I've never had them before. And I don't know if they're going to be good. I don't know if I'm going to like them. I don't know what the hell it is. It says, I don't know if it looks like a cookie, but it says it's Cake Bite. So I don't know. And my kids have never had them neither, so I don't know. They don't like the 3-color cookies anyway, so when I showed them the picture, they were like, ew, why'd you get those? That sort of thing. And I'm like, so this way you can't eat any. Because when listen, I bought this, it's just kids. It's just kids. I bought a package of the Fudge Pops, okay? There was like 24 in the box. And I still said, you know what, that's not going to be enough for everybody because I know everybody goes crazy for the Fudge Pops. And so I bought 2 packages of ice cream sandwiches. There's 12 in each one of those. So there was 24, okay? When I got them, I told the kids, I was like, okay, now we're going to be fair here with the 3 of you because I don't eat either of those. I won't eat I might try one, maybe ice cream sandwich. I don't really like that sort of thing. I would just rather have a bowl of ice cream like mint chocolate chip or butter pecan or something like that. Just not with all that. I do like ice cream sundaes, of course, like with whipped cream and then the cherries from the jar and all that stuff. But I don't like just like grabbing like a Klondike bar or an ice cream sandwich or anything on a stick. I don't know. I don't like it really. I do like orange creamsicles, but I'd rather have an Italian ice. I'd rather get a bunch of Luigi's Italian ice and, eat those. I love the blue ones. The cherry ones are okay, but I love the raspberry one, blue raspberry. I'd be fine with just Italian ice all the time for dessert. I love Italian ice, okay? The problem is when I get Italian ice, there's only 6 in a box, and Jack goes crazy for those. Danny loves them too. Ethan doesn't really like them. But Danny goes crazy for them. Jack goes crazy for them. And of course, they want the blue raspberry ones. That's the ones that go first. When I buy Italian ice, I usually buy 2 boxes, and I'll put 3 out of the 6 blue ones up on the door with a sign that says, "Moms, don't touch." Because they have all of those treats in the freezer, the fudge pops, and they will eat my Italian ice first. I'm like, nope, nope, nope. But it's good to have boundaries. Anyway, so I got those, and when I tell you, I'm not even kidding. All of those ice cream sandwiches and the fudge pops were gone within 2 days. 2 days. This was winter break. Okay, so the kids were home all day, every day. But 2 days, I looked in the freezer and there was maybe 2 pops left and all the ice cream sandwiches gone. And I didn't have any. And Jason might have had a couple, but not crazy. But my kids will keep going, walking to the freezer, when I'm in here doing something, a video, but walking in the freezer. They love to do that shit when I'm on a video because they know I'm not going to say nothing while I'm on the video, unless I pause you guys, then I had a couple people tell me, they're like, yeah, we know when you pause, we know what's going on. Because, it's like, get the fuck out of the freezer, what the fuck, you just had a pop. You don't need another one. But at the same time, okay, and I don't know, tell me if you have kids, tell me if this is how it goes. It's like, you're on a budget, you can't be doing that shit because then you won't have dessert, the next days or whatever, and I shop by the week. And I get them, we got 2 big bags of veggie straws Jason got. They love those as a snack. So he got 2 big bags of those. I just opened the other one today. But those last, and they love them, instead of potato chips, and they're better for them, not like a real veggie, but it's still better than regular chips. They're not like soggy and oil and all that shit. Anyway, so they had those, and then I got, the dessert, the fudgy bars, whatever. And so it's like, I tell them, I'll be like, get out of the freezer. You just had one. And they'll laugh and giggle and smile, and you'll look over and you're like, fuck, man, like, how could you say no? It's like, I feel bad sometimes. Like, even though they just had to, it's like, my mother used to do that to me. And I used to get dirty looks all day, every day from my stepfather. Anything I ate, anytime I went towards the fridge, anything I picked up before I even ate anything, I would always get that nasty fucking side eye look of, oh, you're nasty. He would say things to me like that. All growing up, or, just name calling, and, things got so bad at one point that I had to hide in a fucking closet when he came home from work. So I don't like, and I used to hide in the bathroom to eat. I would take the whole box of Yodels or Ring Dings, whatever. I would go in the bathroom and I would shove the fucking whole box in my face until I was sick. Because I felt like I was spiting him. Because he was so nasty to me every time I tried to eat anything or drink anything, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? So I got to the point where I was like, fuck him. Like, I took the whole shit and fucking just keep eating and eating until I made myself throw up. I was sick. And this went on for quite a few years. I would say from like, I don't know, 7 to 10. I was very because there was nothing else I could do. I felt like I couldn't get away. I couldn't escape. I couldn't do anything. So I would just be spiteful. And that's what I did. So I don't want my children to ever feel like they have to, like I'm going to look at them a certain way if they have that extra fudge pop, or if, whatever it may be. I don't like doing that with food. And it's very hard for me to say no to them with food. And my oldest and my youngest, they're not overweight. In fact, my oldest, I keep telling him, because when he does dishes, he'll put the apron on and he ties it really tight around his waist. I'm like, Jack, where the fuck are you disappearing to? What are you doing? Some fucking Marvin magic trick? Like, where the fuck happened to you? And he's like, well, what? This is just normal. Like, I'm skinny or whatever. And I'm like, Jack, you're getting too, he's going to an extreme. And it can be because he sees his mom overweight and he doesn't want to be like that. So he's, you know what I'm saying? But he does eat. So I don't know if he's like doing a lot of extra exercise at school or, what's going on. I know he does a lot of VRX, like, that's movement all the time. And he's on that, as soon as he gets home. But and then Danny is, average. He's the perfect weight. I think he's like 50th percentile, something like that, when he went to the doctor. And so he's like normal. He's like the normal weight for his age and everything, his height. And then with Ethan, it's a different story. And when I look at Ethan, I think of me when I was little, because Ethan is, my chubby kid, and that's okay. There's nothing against that. And it's the only thing I get nervous with is, well, number one is health, and he's gone for sleep studies and stuff like that. But he had to have his tonsils out, he had his tonsils removed. But, and then another thing also, besides the health problems, he doesn't have any health problems, but I mean, that could be caused from extra weight down the line. But the other thing is, like, he's in high school. He's a freshman in high school. And, I think back and like, there could be really mean kids in high school. And there have been on the bus. I've already dealt with the principal, the vice principal. I've told you guys all this already, for him being, made fun of. And then it went as far as, he came home and told me that a kid was video recording him on the bus. Just video recording him, and without his permission. And the kid was, and he was like, he asked him, he's like, stop recording me. And then the kid showed him a couple other recordings. He's like, Mommy, he must be recording me every day because I had different shirts on. So the kid was recording him every day. So I called the bus company and I had it out with them. I'm like, they were very nice though. And they were like, oh, they never got back to me, by the way, so I should call them. They're like, okay, we'll pull the camera footage and see what's going on. I don't know if they called the other kid and then they, called his parents or what have you. But I said, there's got to be some rules on the bus. And when you're outside, anybody could record anybody these days. If you're in a public place, you could record. And it sucks, but that's just how life is now. But on the school bus, there's got to be some rules and regulations to that. Like, you can't just be allowed to record whatever the fuck you want if somebody doesn't want to be recorded. So I told him that, and he's like, well, yeah, you're right. There must be some kind of guideline. I'm going to look. He's like, I don't know it offhand. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you not fucking know it? You're the bus company. How do you not know the guideline for that? Isn't there any kind of training anymore for anything? It's like, so they never got back to me. So in fact, I should call them. I should after this video and see what's going on. But this was like a month. This was right before they got off for winter break. So maybe that's why he didn't get back to me, because it was winter break. But I should follow up on that. But I think that, and then there was a couple of kids making fun of him and his friend. And they jumped on that bus. That wasn't even their bus route. The bullies that were bothering my son. And saying, they were like looking out the window and just saying mean things, being like, oh, look at that building, that looks like Ethan, shit like that, like stupid fucking shit. Like, why? Like, if you don't like how he looks, then don't fucking look at him. There's no reason for that. There's no reason to make somebody feel, because I'll tell you, a lot of those things that are said as kids to us stay with us the rest of our lives. Things that you wouldn't think would affect somebody in that sense do. And I know this firsthand. They stay with you. It doesn't matter how much therapy you go to. It doesn't matter how much you talk about it. It doesn't matter, what medication you go on. It doesn't matter any of that. Certain things, certain words stick with you. through the rest of your life. Okay? And I don't want that. I don't want my kids to have to carry something so stupid that somebody would say, that building looks like you. And that could stay with him forever. And it just sucks. It really, now you could see I'm getting in a different mood, but we're not gonna go there, because, even in your adulthood, even if you have friends and, let's say you got in an argument. Let's hypothetically say you got in an argument, and this friend that, you loved dearly and supposedly they loved you, says something really just heartbreaking to you. Something that is like out of nowhere. I don't want to cry, but can stick with you. And, and that's something, will always stick with me. We'll just put it, hypothetically, and it's like, you can't take words back. You can't do any of that. All you can do is move forward, try to forgive, because your heart, right? What's in your heart, right? We've had conversations like that in the community before. And, how do you heal? Well, you have to find a way to move on, whether the person apologizes or doesn't. Whether, in your heart that maybe they didn't mean what they said and they were just angry at the time. Maybe it was something that wasn't even meant to be heard. But you still found out somehow. And it still hurts. But we have to try. That's what we teach our children, right? We want better for them. And we set the example. And so, it's hard. It's been done to me. It's been done to you. You know what I'm saying? It's been done to all of us at some point or another in our lives. That words have affected us deeply. And we all need to find a way to look at ourselves and know, hey, that's not me. That's not me. That was stuff that was said that it's just not about me. It doesn't people get angry, they get hurt, they get, in situations that they never thought they'd be in, just all different types of things that words hurt people. And it's unfortunate, but it happens all the time. But it's what we do with that afterwards, that matters. And people won't forget, you'll never forget, but you can somehow forgive and move on and not have that weighing heavy in your heart or your mind, because otherwise it affects your life. It affects your mood. It affects who you are as a person. Because you're constantly, that's always in the back of your mind, what somebody said. Don't let that shape you. Don't let that hold you back. Don't let it make you feel a certain way. And don't let it make you angry. Don't let it ruin who you are inside. That's sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting emotional. I think we should move on. Because, we can't hold on to that. We can't hold on to that. It only creates more anger and drama within the community. It makes more, just tension, and people can't be at peace and relax and just, comment where they want to comment and watch who they want to watch. And, because people have these, it's like, okay, do I, stay away from this channel because this person said this about this one, and should I not watch this one? But even though I like the channel, I can't watch it anymore because this one says, no, stay away from that one. And it's just like, let's just all be. You know, let's just all relax and be in this dolly community together and not have to worry about all these extra things and all these people whispers in your ear. Just get rid of all that shit. You know, I have, you know, and I'm just being me. I'm being real. I'm telling it like it is, you know, and I just want there to be, you know, just togetherness, you know, this in this within this new year. You know, let's come together and just be whole, you know. There's already so many people that judge our community, that judge these reborn dolls, that judge us for our hobby and what we have and what we do with them and what, like, who gives a fuck? You know, like, why, if you are not interested in this hobby, if you don't like what we do, if you see it as we're crazy, then fuck off. You know, go fucking collect your trains, whatever the fuck you do, or whatever the fuck you do. But leave us alone. You know, it's like we have enough of that outside chatter, judging us and what we're doing, is that we shouldn't be judging one another within this community. We all bring something good to the table. We all bring something different. We all have fun. We all show our babies. We dress our babies. We get new babies, you know, and let's just be, because people make mistakes all the time, you know. People judge one another all the time. People just, that's just life, okay? But we have to find a way to see the real person, to see what's in their heart, to see how they've grown as a person over time. Maybe, you know, listen to other people. My fucking eyebrows again. Oh, okay. You know how I am, all right? Me and my fucking eyebrows. All right, yeah. Because if I have this, it's like, wait, is that too high? Anyway, my point is that let's stop the tiptoeing around. Okay, let's stop that within the community. I feel the tension sometimes, you know. And it's just let's just let it go. Let it go and let it go, you know? It's you don't need to hold on to that. You know, I'm a good person, you're a good person, you know, our hearts are in the right place. And sometimes, you know, things just go a little off course. But we're back on, and I hope you are too. And let's have fun, you know? Let's have giveaways, let's change babies, let's not be afraid, let's not attack. Okay, let's not attack each other. You know, that's not what this is about, you know? And I'm sick of it. I don't want to have to make videos back and forth, and I don't really. I made one, but I don't want to have to do that. That's not what I want to bring here. You know, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to listen to that shit, you know? Anyway, let's move on. And I feel like that conversation was geared towards many different people in the community, not just a single person. I think I kind of spoke a little bit about people, like each situation down, going down, trickling down, but different. I was trying to give you guys scenarios of different situations and stuff like that. And I just, yeah, let's just move on. Let's just move on. I get to the point where I'm too deep in. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, because my brain is just traveling. But hold on. Let me get Santina. Hold on one second. Okay, guys, back. So my earring keeps falling out. I don't know if I have to put... It came with, like, those two little backs. Jason's making me iced coffee. It came, like, with those two little backs. I keep thinking of those cake bites. I wish they were coming today. But at least we'll have them tomorrow, right? Babe, have you ever had those? What? Cake bites before? No. I hope they're good. I hope they're not, like, crappy, like, all full of sugary type things.
I put milk instead of half and half. I'm sorry.
No. I need half and half. Oh. Dump it.
Well, there's not much.
Then just you drink that. Dump that into a different cup. Please. I don't like straight milk in the coffee. It's yucky. And I put stuff in the Walmart cart for the week. See what you think. Yeah. Okay, so Yeah, the cake bites. Have any of you had cake bites before? Please tell me about them. Please do. Okay, so we're gonna get Santina over here. Let's get Santina. Do we need a blanket for her? I don't think so. She's too big for the blankie. All right. I did put the Cake Queen outfit in the dryer, so we'll see how that works out. Now, these are for Leilani. See, I'm all, like, over the place. Okay, she's not getting an undershirt. Oh, but I'm going to put her outfit in. Guys, eventually, I am going to need... I mean, I got that long ottoman, but the problem with it now is that I put the bouncer seat on top of it by the wall. Here, I'll show you guys. Okay, here, let me see. So I put her on the bouncer. I have the bouncer seat up on, that's where that brown blanket is covering that. So I could just leave it like that because that's gray. I should take that out of there. Thank you. I should take that out of there, that brown blanket, because the ottoman is actually nice. It's a dark gray color, which will go with the bassinet and the stroller here. But, so she lays in that. So she's up on that. So I don't move. Like, she's too heavy to, like, it's hard to keep taking the bouncer seat off and on, if I have to get something in there, in other words. So right now, I have, like, the baby diaper stored in there, the COAs and paperwork, cards that I've gotten from people, stuff like that I don't have to get at every day, you know? So I'm not going to keep baby clothes in there because it's too hard for me to be going in and out of there. So I only have these small drawers, and you can see they're overflowing. And the more clothes I get for them, you know, I did eliminate some. I did sell a box of clothes, and I did do some Happy Mail. But other than that, you know, I have all these things overflowing. So I'm going to have to get either another set like this and put it on the other side of the room next to the silicones maybe. Or, I don't know. Guys, what do you think? Like for clothing storage. I'm really not sure. So we're going to take Santina and see. So I have the gray bassinet there, and then I have Jack in the gray stroller. So I could take that off so that it's gray and it matches with everything. I did decide, here, I'll bring it all the way over. I did decide, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. There's my Lilo and 18-inch doll standing there for now. But I did decide that I'm going to get, I don't know how far over I'm going. I hope you guys are getting it right. But I did decide to get the pink curtain to go over there. There's my silicone nest. Do you see it? Are you seeing it? Hold on, I don't want to make you dizzy. Wait. There you go. So there's my silicone nest with my silicone babies. All of them stay in there. And so I think I'm going to get a pink curtain to go up above to replace the purple. Because I'm not feeling the purple curtain with it. It just doesn't go. And then you could see, I'm sure you could see the dent in that ottoman. That's the one I fell over that day. So I don't want to make you dizzy, so we're going really slow. But does anybody have any ideas? Do you have any idea? You have any ideas? I'm running out of ideas for, like, you know, clothing storage that I could easily get to, in other words. I thought of something for maybe to hang on the wall. I don't know. I got to look on Amazon. They have things all the time. But I was watching Julia's video this morning over at Julia's Art Dolls. I think that's her name, Julia's Art Dolls. I'm sorry if I messed that up. But she's a very sweet girl. Go watch her. Go check out her channel. She's adorable. And she's so sweet. And she's the most beautiful smile. So go check her out. And I was watching her, you know, organize her clothes and all that stuff. And it made me want to do mine. It made me want to organize my clothes, Julia. Because I was, you know, thinking, okay, where am I going to put all this stuff? And, you know, all these things. And I'm like, oh, you know, and I like watching and seeing how other people do it. Now, Julia has a closet, so she hung up a lot of stuff. I don't have a closet to do that in right now. So I got to be very, you know, selective. What I can do is, and what I did do when I had my doll room was, and I do have a shelf in here just like it, But it's right by the couch. And I don't know if I want to hang baby clothes under there. But Jason had got me like this wooden dowel, this very small, like wooden long stick thing, at Home Depot. And you just, was it Home Depot or Lowe's? Do they have Home Depot here? I don't even know. Lowe's or Home Depot. And I just like put it through the brackets underneath the shelf, and I hung all the clothes up on it, and it looked like a little boutique, Minnie's boutique. So I love that. I love the look of that. But I'll tell you this, and I know I'm cuckoo crazy, okay? I love the look of it. It looks like a boutique. The thing was, what I noticed was that when I was hanging the clothes up, I started color coding. So I would do color by color. And if the clothes, I know Christina's gonna just flip out when I say this now. If the clothes did not match the decor, I got rid of it. The clothing that was hung up on the wall had to match the room. I couldn't look at it and not have it match. So when I had all the clothes hanging up, I noticed little by little, because my decor was pink and gray. So little by little, I noticed it was a lot of white, beige, cream, grays, baby pinks. Maybe a couple of like sage green in there. But I noticed that it was getting more neutral. I was getting more solids, maybe some stripes, because I love stripes, but maybe some stripes, but mostly solid colors, because prints and, different things it just didn't match the room. And because they were all hung up and it wasn't in a closet, it was just out in the open in the doll room. So when you walked in there and you seen everything together, it was kind of part of the decor, the clothing. So I got rid of everything. I sold things that didn't match. I know. Crazy. But to me, it just didn't look right, if I had things like that hanging on the wall. So that would probably happen again if I was to just because I could just get a dowel right now and just put it, but I don't have, I have a lot of neutral clothing, but I don't know and it's also hard out here because even though we have a vent fan, when you're cooking stuff, and I'm in the living room here, so I open the back door whenever we're cooking something. And also I don't want to put these buttons on. And also I cover all the dolls. So when we're making something, especially like hamburgers or, frying something, or I have big blankets, throw blankets that are brand new and they are just for that purpose. I don't use them for anything else. They are my baby blankets for when we cook. And I cover the silicones, I cover the bassinet, and I just throw the whole thing over here because I don't want anything to catch an odor. And then even after I cook, I air everything out. I Febreze everything. I put on the wax melter, let that fill the room. And I would freeze myself out before closing the door if I feel there's still an odor in here. And then after that, I make sure that I spray when I take the blankets off. I'll take all the babies out, put them on the couch, and then I spray all like the inside, the bassinet around it, the outside with either a fabric Febreze or like something. If I have like dryer sheets, I will put new dryer sheets everywhere. And just, it needs to smell fresh before I put the babies back. That's all. Dreft beads, if I have them, which I don't have anymore. I used to have all the little things of Dreft beads. I don't have any anymore. I used to stick them in the drawers. I used to stick them by the babies and everything, but I've given them away, or, they just haven't lasted. So, but anyway, yes, that's my crazy, cooking thing for my babies. And then, it's just, it's a thing. That's why a lot of times, like Jason, they want to make cheeseburger. Like, nope. Nope. I don't want to make cheeseburgers, and neither do you. I will stand at the front door and I'm like open and close, like fanning it so that goes out the back door, and then we have the fan running through, and it's just a whole setup to cook. with the dolls out here, because I'm telling you, I like, these are my treasures. Okay, my dolls are. So, you have no idea. Like, I am so particular. Well, you just had an idea. I'm so particular with my dolls. I want to say I'm extremely overprotective of my dolls. My kids are not. The only dolls that they are allowed to touch without asking me are the little silicones, not Clark. Little Johnny, because that's Danny's doll, and Nina and Nathan, I allow them to pick up if they want, because they're smaller dolls, and I don't have to worry about them getting destroyed, like, because they're smaller, and they don't like go playing with them, throwing them around. They just sit there and hold them, like if they're playing their phone or if they're watching TV. Danny likes to lay on the rug at night and watch a movie. He'll grab one and just snuggle with it, so they're not like going crazy with them, you know. But I will say this: they know never to touch my reborns. They will ask occasionally, like Ethan will, or I'll be like, Ethan, can you take this one and put her back in the bassinet? And then he'll hold her and be like, oh, he'll be like, can I hold her for a couple minutes? I'll say, sure, go ahead. You know, as long as your shirt's clean and you know, like, because let's face it, you can't wash these reborns. You know, you can't wash them like you can with the silicone. If something gets stained or they get an odor or I can't, you know. And like I said, I treasure them and I'm very overprotective of them. I want them to stay in a certain condition, and that's just me. That's just how I am. Let's dress Santana, because I'm looking at the time and it's almost 2 hours. You guys are probably like, what the Sandra, you said this was going to be a short one. We know you never could. We're not going to believe you anymore. Talking about all kinds of shit. I told you. You just never know with me. Well, I think you do know. I think you do know right now that it's going to be longer, you know. Whatever. Some people do really short videos. Some people do medium videos. Some people do medium long videos. Some people just chat, you know, when they're cleaning or out and about or whatever. But this is my channel. You know, this is me. I like to talk. I like to chat. I like to hang out. You know, hi, whatever. All right. This is my Santina, my twin baby, yeah. Now, this one I'm not afraid to play with. I'm not afraid to squeeze her cheeks. I'm not afraid to kiss her, because she's darling and she's beautiful. And, you know, and no, I didn't get any lipstick on her. With her one tear here. It's this doll, I want to say, like, she makes me so happy when I look at her. And I know a lot of people do not like the Maddie face, the Maddie sculpt. Because I think it is a sculpt that you have to, it's one of those, you love it or hate it kind of sculpts, I feel. You know, like, you're not feeling it. Or, you know, I have those too. You know, I have those sculpts that I'm like, no, like, no. There are a couple that I've said before, and then I see it painted by a different artist. I'm like, wow, that's really cute. You know, stuff like that. And the opposite. You know, I've seen sculpts that I think are adorable, beautiful. And then once they're painted, it's like, who was that? You know? So it really depends, you know. But overall, I will say that I would never pay for an authentic toddler. And I'll tell you why. A couple reasons. One is I can't afford it. Two is I can't see spending upwards of $1,200, $1,300, $1,500 on a vinyl doll. Okay? And let's face it, these toddlers get expensive when you get an authentic toddler done properly. I would say the way I would want it to be painted. Now, I want to say properly. I'm going to say the way I would want the toddler to be painted, it would cost a lot, thousands of dollars, okay? Because I'll tell you an example. There is a toddler right now, I want to say the Ellie sculpt. Oh, my, beautiful. She has a Joseph as well. Beautiful, beautiful, by CG Reborns. SEJI Reborns. Go check her out on reborns.com. Now, she's pricey. She's very pricey. But the quality of the work that you're receiving is worth that pricey price. For sure. Go check out her dolls. SEJI Reborns. She roots the hair. She does mostly, I want to say, on the dark. She does the dark hair. Like, she's very, I feel like, more of a, not exotic. Some of them do look exotic, but very well done. You could tell the painting's amazing. The hair is soft and beautiful and just beautiful, realistic dolls. And okay, so if I had the money, I might pay that for like that doll, like, a doll that's done like that. One that just like takes your breath away when you look at it. You're like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And when you get that feeling, okay? And sometimes you get that feeling and it's only you that gets that feeling because the next person may think it looks like crap or, why would you get that? It's all a matter of personal opinion, right? In this hobby, you may like something that I don't and vice versa, whatever. But the thing is, everybody likes something different. I always say this, like the dolls, it's like the same in real life. Like, when you're dating or when you're looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend or they're looking for you, whatever, everybody likes something different. Okay. And it doesn't make it wrong. So, whereas I may be out there looking for, I don't know. Let's see. What was I going to say? I can't think of his name. Oh my God, I can't think of his name. He's so cute. Ricky Martin. Well, I'm out there looking for a Ricky Martin lookalike. Or George Michael. The next person will be like, what the fuck? Like, oh, why? So everybody has their own taste in things, and, where somebody may like, short girls, the other person's like, ew, why would you date a short girl? Let's, grow the, why would you date a girl that has, big boobies, ew. It's just everybody has a different thing, I like when guys look scrubby, okay? Is it scrubby or scruffy? I don't fucking know. No, scruffy's a dog. It's like when they have all like the like not shaven look, like, that type of thing. Like they look just a little bit, like nasty. And I don't like the totally clean shaven, all straight, suit and tie, that type of thing. I don't like that. Okay. That doesn't turn me on. I don't like that. But I'm at the point in my life where it's like, you're not looking for that anymore. Those times are over with. But I'm just saying, it's the same thing with the dolls. What you like in something may not be what somebody, else likes. And so it's hard to navigate sometimes with price. Now, there's a lot of times where I agree with my friends. Like, me and Sherry will talk a lot. We send doll pictures back and forth, and we're like, some of them are like, wow, this is really great deal. This is beautiful, and others were like, $2,000, and we're like, what? We can't understand it. So it's just a matter of, opinions, whatever. And that's all it is. So back to my gorgeous Maddie. We do look alike. We do. I think she needs a thicker brow, maybe, and a nose ring. She needs earrings. I gotta get her earrings. I do have to get her earrings. But see, and also another reason why I won't pay for an authentic toddler is why do that when I could get one like this for like $100. So I'm not gonna do that. Now, I will say she's kind of rare to get a replica that looks really good like this. You kind of like rolling the dice with replicas because they could look, bad or good. Now there is another one. Oh my God, I want to get Maggie. I have to get Maggie as her sister. And I have it on my wish list. And eventually I will get her. Eventually. I just don't know when. But eventually I'll get her. I really want that dark hair Maddie. Now I love her. Yeah, Maggie. It's hard. Maddie. they would look so sweet together in their gymboree dresses and and she has the longer hair, so they would and she has brown eyes, big brown eyes and dark hair. I think they would complement each other so cute, so nicely. And then I could display them in their dresses. It would just be so cute, you know. I could set up maybe a little table and they could have their little tea. Oh my god, I used to have that with when I had my reborn Behringer doll Peaches and Cookie. And they were this size. They were this size, but they had more of a wobbly head. They were weighted differently. And she she had the pouty lip face. But she had side glancing blue glass eyes and blonde curly wig, full blonde curly wig. She looked like Annie. She was adorable. Oh my god, I loved Peaches. She was painted so beautifully. If I could ever get her back. And you know what? I still remember who bought her from me. But I can't think of it right now. And I doubt she's even fucking watching us. So. I will think of her name though. I will think of her name. We used to trade back and forth dolls all the time back in the day. On Doll Chatter, Doll Talk. We used to do trades, and back then it was fun. Like, you didn't have to worry about, I mean, I'm sure people scammed back then too, but you didn't have to worry about these fake dolls, you know. I'm sorry, honey. You know, replica dolls. You didn't have to worry about getting one when you were thinking you were getting an authentic, like in a trade. So we used to trade back artist dolls all the time. Lee Milton, Masterpiece dolls, those were a fortune to ship, even though it was back then and the prices weren't so high because they're so huge and heavy. But we traded anyway. We traded the doll maker, Linda Rick, all those type of dolls, beautiful big dresses. Oh my god, just beautiful, beautiful dolls back then. The Hempstead dolls, the there was a lot of one of a kind dolls then in that era. There was just a lot of dolls and a lot of different dolls. And I had so many, and it's sad to think about, but it's a new time in my life, right? A new decade. Because it is. And for me, with the dolls, I mean, and so it's like, things just don't stay the same. And there was a reason, that I lost all of them. There was a reason I lost all those dolls, and I still can't think of the reason, but I did. But things happen for a reason. But anyway, I have all these dolls now, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of all the different dolls. But we had so much fun trading back and forth, and it was just so fun. It was fun, Now people don't really do trades. People don't do a lot of trades. You do a couple, you see a couple, but nothing, like back then. Maybe because back then, the dolls weren't 100. They were like, Middletons were like 125, 150. Hey, sorry. It wasn't like you were taking a huge risk, but it was still there, and you get excited and you couldn't wait for the new baby. And, I don't know. I just like 50% of my life consists of dolls. Like it's just dolls. That's just my life. Dolls. Okay, so back to Santina, my beautiful baby. So everybody's gonna be like, see the thing. They're gonna be like, Sandra, are you crazy? 2.5 hours again. I can't even watch the first one. I know when I told Christine and Amanda, they were like, it's not Wednesday. It's not Wednesday. Why you do another video? Oh my gosh. I know some people are too busy to watch, some people just, they need some time, they work or, whatever, they're busy. And I understand, it's hard to watch all these videos. There's other videos you want to watch, and but I put them out because I'm here if you need me, basically, and while I'm able to do them, I do them, and I don't do them on the weekends when the kids are home. So, that's like a big break for everybody to catch up. Just make sure you go in order, because you just never know, Don't worry, I'll put Tuesday on the title, because yesterday I put Monday. I'll put Tuesday. All right, so nobody gets confused. All right, Christina, I'll put a, I'm joking with her. For anybody that's new here, Christina is my bestie. Go check her out at Cuddles by Christina. And she has awesome videos as well. Although she doesn't put them out as often as me. If you like the shorter videos, I would highly suggest Christina. Because I know a lot of people just like to come in and, they just want a little bit of something, for the dog community. They can't sit long. They got to go do other things. And, I get it. Some people like the shorter ones, and that's okay. And so that's why I'm recommending Christina. Amanda does, I would say she does like medium videos. She's kind of like in between me and Christina. So if you like more of a medium length video, go check out Amanda at Wawa's Angels Nursery. Now I'm just going to give everybody shout outs again, right? That was yesterday's video. Okay, so we got her down. She already has her undershirt on, so that's good. But wait, is it? Oh, yes, because... Where's the dress? Oh, my God. The heck? Where do we put the dress, guys? Is it under here? No. What's this? That's definitely not the dress. What do I do with the dress? I'm fucking sitting on the dress. No. Hold on, guys. Let me find the dress. Found it. Okay, so it's in a bag because I didn't want it to get ruined or anything. So this, we're going to take that out. That's the dress she's going to wear. And I don't have any pink socks, so I'm just going to put it with the white. And then her navy shoes are going to match that perfect. So let's put that over here. I'm sorry, Jack. I know everything is going on top of you. I have to organize everything. Oh, I wanted to ask you guys a question about something matching. Because, I'm all about matching. And sometimes I'm not sure about things. Lots of times. Okay, so I had gotten this before we dress her. I promise we're going to dress her, guys. I'm not going to make this longer than 2.5 hours. I promise. Okay, so I got 25 minutes to do what I got to do. So we're probably not going to dress Jack on this video. We're just dress Santina nice, show you the girls, and then I could dress Jack and then maybe put him as the thumbnail so that you guys at least get to see him in the outfit. And then I'll bring Jack on the next video as my, main baby. We'll do something with Jack. We'll talk about Jack. We'll do something. Okay, so now these, I'm going to show you 3 different articles of clothing, all from separate outfits that I'm putting together to create one outfit, but I'm unsure if everything goes together. So I'm counting on you guys to let me know. And I know Alicia's going to do this because Alicia is really good at answering my questions, honey. She is always answering my questions, and I love it. I love it. So, okay, for Alicia and everyone else. Okay, so I got these pants. Okay, these were in a Disney outfit I got, but I did not like the top. So top went in Happy Mail, or I sold it. I don't know what I did. I think I sold it. So I kept the pants part. So these are 0 to 3 month, which will fit. This is for Leilani, by the way, is what I'm thinking. Okay, the outfit for Leilani. So it is so cold and shitty outside. Ugh. Better not out there. Okay. So we got the stitched pants. Never even used these before, but I thought they were really cute. And I wanted to keep the pants. They're nice and soft. It's like a panda style. And they're so cute. I mean, they have little stitches all over it. I think I gave Christina this outfit in her Christmas box. I had grabbed 3 of them at the time because they were on clearance. And I think I sent Anne one as well in her box opening with Tommy. And if you don't know Anne, go check her out at Dolls in the Cradle. And she has beautiful babies, especially her cuddle babies. And she had adopted Tommy from me a little while ago. And I had sent this outfit, I believe, in the box opening. And he looks adorable. I watched your video, and then you posted a picture of him, Tommy. And He looks so cute. I'm like, Tommy. I'm like, hi, Tommy. I'm like waving through the screen. Hey, Tommy, remember me? Do you want to remember me? No, he was a good baby. He was a good baby. We love Tommy here. You know, but you know, when it comes that time and somebody's got to go, you got to go. You got to figure it out, right? Anyway, so it makes my heart happy though to know that he is well taken care of and he looks fabulous. And so I know that you are loving him, and I so appreciate you taking care of him because he was a favorite. But anyway, so got this stitch pants, okay? Then Tina had sent me a onesie and Happy Mail that is adorable. Okay, it's this little coral shirt, and I love that the sleeves are really long. Love that. So I could possibly just fold over these mittens on her, and then it has this cute little bow. So it's like a coral color. I guess that's a coral, right? So like a peach coral color. So, okay, first let's see. Does this match? Do you think that matches? Like, with that alone? Okay. And then I could put cute little blue bows in her hair. We'll see. But then, remember I got that beautiful pink ruffle dress? I sold that too. Or, it was either I sold it or put it in Happy Meal. I'm not sure. Anyway, point being that I kept the vest. I kept the vest part. Okay? Because I thought it was adorable on her. And this could go on my new baby coming too. So, I was going to put this with this to make it a little more wintry, you know, because this is could be a springy color, you know. So I thought if we put it with this, and Tina, please tell me what you think too as well. So you're good with the matching stuff as well. So, so to put that under it to make it a little more wintry with the pants like this. Now, do you guys think this matches together? Because I'm unsure. I mean, I know the ears are like a peach pink color, but is this too dark or bright to go with this? Do you think it would look better if I try to find maybe a blue shirt to go under the vest with the pants? Or should I do like, just get rid of the pants and maybe try to find a solid color pant? Or get rid of the vest? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I thought it looked kind of cute together. I haven't tried it on her yet, but I was going to put this be the next change for her after she's in her ballerina outfit. This would be the next thing I would change her into. So let me know what you think. Like if I put blue bows, no, I can't put bows in her hair. She has painted hair. I guess like I say I put bows in her hair. What the fuck am I gonna put bows? Her hair is painted. We're gonna put bows on top of your head. Maybe find a blue headband. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have one, so I don't know. But anyway, blue socks maybe. Blue socks I have from Jack, so I could like, you know, she could borrow. But, you know, or I was thinking maybe to get like little baby boots, like soft boots, you know, like crib shoes, you know, they have with the Velcro in the back. Some of them have, or a little button on the side to get her fat foot in there. And then she would have like furry boots on the bottom of the pants to match. I think that would be so cute. Let me know what you think. We're spending way too much time on this, but let me know what you think, okay? If that matches. Okay, so we'll put that back. Okay, here we go now. Let's see if we could do this in 17 minutes, Santina. I don't know. What do you think?
No way, Mom. No way. You're a chatterbox.
Okay. So Gymboree 12 to 18 months. This is the size that fits her best for Gymboree. This is a gorgeous dress. I can't say enough about the dress. If I start explaining the dress again, then forget about it. We'll be 3 hours. But just quickly, beautiful neckline for anybody that missed it when I opened it. Beautiful neckline, and I won't wash this neither. And I didn't wash the blue one either. I won't, because I'm afraid there's too much detail on these dresses, you know, to take a chance. And God forbid this gets caught in the machine. Oh, hell no, I ain't doing it. Anyway, lots of layers of tulle and little bows, navy bows all over it. This reminds me of Glenda's dress from Wicked. I know she didn't have the blue in it, but like the style of it and the color of the pink. I don't know, it reminds me of her. Anyway, we're going to change her right now into this. I wish I could do one of those videos like my kids like to watch where you snap or you throw the clothes on the doll and then it's like, she's dressed. And Ethan actually showed me how to do that. It's like, Mom, you got to stop it, dress her, you know, throw it at her or whatever, and then come back, you know, like you stop the recording or whatever. And I'm like, well, I don't know. People, do you guys like to see people like dressing the doll, or you rather it be like, you know, they show you the outfit and then dress it and come right back? Because I've known people to do that. People. Yeah, people. I've known people to do that as well. You know, like they'll show you the outfit, pause the video, and then come back with the doll dressed. Hey, that works too, you know. Okay, now, see, I need the scissor for this part. We got it. We got it. Here we go. All right. This outfit is darling, Christina. Darling. Okay, let me see. You're going to have to get one for your Maggie. You really do. Christina has Maggie as well, and she actually bought Maggie from me a while ago. Do you know how hard it was to stuff Maggie in a large flat rate? Oh my God. But she did it. I did it. I love Maggie. Danny loved Maggie too. So he's asking me. He was asking me for another Maggie. So we'll see. Because he loved that doll as well. Okay. So I'm going to put since she's sitting this way already, I'm not even going to show you guys. I'm putting a dress over her head. I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing. I'm putting her arm into the sleeve. So I guess you are going to see her after I dress her, because I'm just doing this quick because I don't want, it's going to take up way too much time if I start bringing her over here and trying to dress her so you could see, you know. So let's just do it this way just for her. I struggle with Lelani. We're going quick here with Santina. All right, this is so pretty. Wow. I tell you, I can't say enough about Gymboree clothing. If you are new to the Reborn community, or if you're just looking for something that's like a higher end quality without the higher end price tag. Now you do have to wait, like I've said this, you do have to wait to catch a sale sometimes, because these dresses, especially for the toddlers, like they do have newborn clothes too, but for the toddler dolls, you have to wait for a sale sometimes, you know, because the dresses can, you know, be a little pricey. But if you catch the sale, I guess it's just like with anything, if you catch a sale, right? But it's so worth the money. So worth it. Okay, come on. Okay, I'm just rolling up the sleeve because the sleeve is a little bit long. All right, you know what? I'm going to be like playing with this forever. So I'm just going to roll it up just so you guys get an idea. And then I could always like fix it later. Okay. Let's see. No, Mom doesn't. You guys get the idea of how I am with this, right? I'll be here forever. All right. Now, is there... oh, no, there's little diaper cover we got. So we'll just put that on her. And then we'll put the socks while she's like this. And the shoes. And we should be out of here by 2:30. 2 hours and 30. We're hitting a record here again. All right, let's see. So I got her shoes. Where's her socks? Okay, now I know I had her. There's her shoes. I do with the freaking socks now. There's Gingy. What the hell did I do with her socks now? Oh my god. I know. Somebody just yell at me, right? Yell at me through the screen. Where is it? Where did I put them? Oh my god. Seriously? Hold on, guys. I gotta find the socks. Found them! They were sitting with the other dress. Okay, so we're gonna put these pretty little socks on her with the lace. And her navy blue shoes. And then, does she have pink bows in her hair? She might already have pink bows. But I might have another color, but we're just going to leave it for now. I don't know if I have a headband for her, but I'll do something with her hair and then show you guys tomorrow. Hi, Anna. I'll just show you guys another day. How she all came together, but you'll get the idea for now. These shoes are so cute. Look at these shoes. Aren't those cute? Now, I don't think, to me, they look navy. They could be black. I don't know, but they look navy. I could be, not seeing right, but okay. Is that on you there? It's going to fall off. Oh, how cute. Trying to separate the lace there. Okay. Yes, you do have pink on, but not the right pink. So, let's just... I am going to fold this one and put it in the Ziploc with the headband because I don't want anything to happen to this gorgeous, gorgeous dress that Suzanne sent us. So, I'm going to put this in the Ziploc, and then we're going to just quickly look for bows for her hair because I'll show you, but I'm not liking it. It doesn't match right. It's more like a shrimp color, is it? Or like a salmon? I don't know. I don't know what it is. But got to keep that nice and together there. Let's look. Let me see. I know I have the hair bows in here. Okay, we already know that purple's not going to match, so we can put the purple back. This color, no, is not going to match. No. Well, no, I don't want to do white. There is no real color in here that's going to match. We could just go with the white, I guess, because... Oh, wait, this might match. Let's see. Yes, okay. So this one will go. That one will match. I think. Oh, I don't know, guys. Let me see. That's not going to go. No. We could just put... No, that's too pink. What about this one? Nope. So I guess we're going to go with these. That's kind of the best match for the dress. It doesn't go exact, but don't fall. Okay. But it's the only thing that's really going to match. I don't have navy. That wouldn't really show up in her hair anyway. I don't want to go with a white, even though she has a white sock. So we're just going to change these quick. I don't know where her dress is. No, I don't know where I'm going to put anything. Not her dress. Her brush. Her dress. Her dress is on her, Sandra. Where's the dress? I have to look for her brush because her hair is obviously messed up. But we're just gonna put the bows anyway. Hey, you know what? I didn't think of that for my 18-inch doll. To see if there's bows in there that match for her hair. I didn't think because these are like the perfect size for the 18-inch doll. Okay, let me see. Okay, almost there. Almost done. Then you could see her finished look. Well, it's not really that. It's not finished because like I said, I gotta find her brush. But I'll do the best I can with my fingertips here. And make it a little bit, you know, stylish so you guys could see it. Sorry if everybody's bored at this point, but we're gonna go soon. And I'm happy that you stuck around so long. You know, I don't like this piece of her hair here. I have to do something with that. But other than that, she looks adorable. Let's see. I'm gonna give her some little bangs. I don't like it to that side though. La 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 la. Okay, you guys ready? I'm not. No, I'm kidding. All right. Her hair looks crazy. Her hair looks fucking crazy. I gotta fix it. I gotta find the brush. And then maybe spray it a little bit. I don't like using spray on their hair, but I might just do a little bit with hers. Okay. And then her earrings. Like, I gotta get her earrings. Okay. Here she is. See, I don't like she needs earrings, but I don't like this part, like how that comes out like that. And you can't really put this anywhere. And it doesn't stay behind her ear. Like, it needs to be slicked back. It just sticks out. I don't like it. But other than that, look at her. Look at her coloring. I love her coloring on this one. So I think for now, like, these bows match the best for her. With the dress, I wish I had navy ones, but I don't. Sounds like somebody's at the door. And then we have this pink, like, what do you call this, eyelet? Is that what you call it? Pointel. And then, the beautiful layers on this dress. Oh my God, they just make her look like Elsa. And then her chubby cheeks. I think somebody's at the door.
Somebody's at the door?
I think so. I heard something. What time is it?
2:30.
So yeah, they're going to be home, no? No? Okay. My imagination. And then she has her navy.
Can I get something out of this?
Her navy shoes. Hold on one second, please. Her navy shoes. I'm almost done. What do you...
I just need my charger.
Okay, so. She looks adorable. Look at her. The shoes match good. I'm okay with the hair bow. I think, like, she just needs earrings. She needs earrings. And then maybe a little purse would be so cute for her to hold. Oh, I would look for a little baby purse. A little tiny purse. And, yeah, she needs, like, a little tiny... I don't know where to get a tiny purse that small. Like, littles. You know, like, has anybody ever heard of those littles? They do have some on Amazon, but nothing dressy like this. Like, they have Stitch little purses and... nothing that would go with this, but really cute size purses. I think the kids like those little mini things, you know, but that would look really cute. Like she's holding something, you know? So yeah, but look, what do you guys think overall? I mean, she looks like I was going to say like a doll. She's a doll. She looks so pretty. You look so pretty, Santina. Okay, guys, so you stayed with me so long today. I'm so happy about that. I hope you'll give me some answers to my questions, which I cannot remember all of them right now because I talked about everything again. I hope you enjoyed my stories today. I hope you enjoyed me changing my two girls. And I'm going to put her down here. Oh, she looks lovely. Yeah, that hair, I feel like you can't cut it because it'll only make it worse. But like it doesn't have a right place, I feel. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should take the pigtails out. I'll see after the video. I don't know. So I hope you all enjoyed my video today, guys. I guess I'm gonna go. I hope you like my earrings. One fell out and then it was kind of a blooper, but I don't know. And I picked it up and put it back on. Or did I show you? I don't remember. I don't remember. Anyway, so my kids are coming home soon. Well, the first two anyway. And then I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I don't know what we're gonna eat for dinner. I'm already planning dinner in the afternoon. Well, you have to, right? You have to. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed my video today. I hope I kept you company, and yeah, I hope you liked my chit chat, my talk, and you could tell I'm like lonely. I don't want to go, but you know, things I gotta. I mean, listen, I cleaned so much this morning that it's like, you know, thank God I did it this morning because now I'm tired. Now it's dinner time, relax time, movie time, and go to bed time. It's just, you know what, like I say it again, the weather really affects the way you feel, the way, you know, what you do that day. Like I couldn't even think of going anywhere in this weather, you know, like ugh, it's just nasty out. Anyway, I would much rather be on the sunny beaches of Florida. But you know, anyway, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna fix her hair. I got a lot to clean up. I gotta get that Kate Quinn out of the dryer, and I don't know if I'll probably dress him later tonight. So I don't know if the thumbnail's gonna be of him, but gotta dress him later tonight, and yeah, and then do things with the kids. Danny has homework that he has to do. Like he has to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna sit with him and do that. We'll eat dinner probably, or after dinner. And yeah, so I'm excited to add to my 18-inch doll collection. I do plan on getting the blonde one if they still have it available in February. And some more cool outfits. I'm also going to try the bows in her hair because these tiny bows, these ones right here, they will work. Let's just, before we go, let's just quickly look again and see if there's anything that will work for Elsa. Let's see. I think there is. Oh, no, was that it? This one. Will this one work for Elsa, maybe? It might. I'm going to try those. Otherwise, I do have white ones. So we'll try these first for Elsa. And if they don't work, then I have the white ones. Is that white? No, white. I don't even know anymore. Yeah. Are those different colors? No, they match. Right? Those match. Right, guys? The same. Because they put a bunch of different... You can't see it. Yeah, I think those are the same. Because they put a bunch of different colors in. I could tell you now, I don't think the white is gonna... I think the blue is gonna be good. I'm just gonna put the blue on her. And that is it. So that concludes our video for today. Yay! Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends. And I will see you next time on Little Meatballs Nursery. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.